Nature is beautiful, mysterious, and absolutely terrifying. Today we're diving into some of the most shocking, jaw-dropping, and spine-chilling stories of real people, famous and ordinary, who were eaten or attacked by wild animals. From legendary explorers who became lunch for hungry beasts, to celebrities whose close encounters with nature nearly turned fatal. Watch until the end, because one of these stories will send chills down your spine. This is the incredible story of a man who a grizzly bear tore apart and still survived against all odds. Back in 1823, legendary frontiersman Hugh Glass was exploring the wild, untamed lands of North America when he unknowingly stepped into a grizzly bear's territory, setting the stage for an epic struggle. The bear attacked ferociously, slamming Glass to the ground, biting into his flesh and clawing at his body with relentless force. His bones snapped, his skin ripped apart, and his body was left in shreds. And for a moment it seemed like his life was over, hanging by a thread. But what happened next is something out of a movie, literally. His story of survival is nothing short of miraculous. Yes, this harrowing tale inspired the blockbuster film The Revenant, starring Leonardo DiCaprio. Glass, barely clinging to life, was left for dead by his crew, abandoned in the unforgiving wilderness. But using nothing but his sheer will to survive, he crawled over 200 miles through the harsh wilderness to safety, defying all expectations. Could you survive a bear attack like that? Let us know in the comments below. Your thoughts and stories are welcome. Loving animals is one thing, but living among wild grizzly bears, that's a deadly gamble. Timothy Treadwell, a well-known environmentalist and documentary filmmaker, dedicated his life to living with wild grizzly bears in Alaska. For 13 years, he believed he had built a special bond with them. He even filmed himself getting dangerously close, touching them and talking to them as if they were pets. But in 2003, one bear proved how unpredictable nature can be. One evening, while camping in Katmai National Park, a massive grizzly attacked Treadwell in a brutal, horrifying attack. The entire incident was recorded on audio. And let's just say it was a sound no one ever wants to hear. Lesson learned, wild animals are not pets. Imagine being stranded in the ocean for over a year, with no land in sight and no hope of rescue, with nothing but sharks and starvation as your enemies. The ocean can be a merciless place. In 2012, a fisherman named Jose Salvador Alvarenga set off on what was supposed to be a short trip off the coast of Mexico. But a massive storm wrecked his boat, turning his short trip into a nightmare, leaving him drifting in the vast Pacific Ocean for an unimaginable 438 days. With no food, no fresh water, and no way to call for help, he faced the ultimate test of human endurance. He was forced to catch fish with his bare hands, while sharks circled him, waiting for a moment of weakness. At one point, a massive shark leaped out of the water and nearly dragged him under. How did he manage to survive such an ordeal? After 14 grueling months at sea, he miraculously washed ashore in the Marshall Islands alive, but barely recognizable. Would you survive that long in the middle of the ocean, facing such relentless challenges? Deep in the African jungle, one wrong step could mean becoming lunch for a crocodile. In the late 1800s, Sir Henry Stanley was leading an expedition through the Congo River. But as his crew sailed through a dangerous part of the river, hungry crocodiles lurked beneath the surface. Suddenly, one of his men fell overboard, and within seconds, a crocodile dragged him under. Screams filled the air as the water turned red, and the rest of the crew could do nothing but watch in horror. Crocodiles are known for death-rolling their prey, drowning them before tearing them apart. And that's exactly what happened. That day, the jungle claimed another victim. Yes, even one of the world's toughest boxers had a painful animal encounter. Mike Tyson, the legendary heavyweight champion, once owned 3 pet tigers. And while they might have looked cool, one of them bit him hard. The tiger suddenly snapped, sinking its massive teeth into Tyson's hand. But instead of panicking, Tyson punched the tiger in the face to make it let go. Would you dare keep a tiger as a pet? Gap 2S. Now brace yourself for one of the most terrifying animal attack stories ever recorded. Meet Rodney Fox, an Australian diver who had a harrowing encounter with a great white shark. It was 1963 and Rodney was participating in a spearfishing competition off the coast of South Australia. The day started like any other, with clear skies and calm waters, perfect for the competition. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a massive great white shark lunged at him. The sheer size and speed of the predator were overwhelming. Gap 1S, the shark's powerful jaws, clamped down on Rodney's torso, dragging him underwater. The force was unimaginable, and the pain was excruciating. The water turned red with blood as Rodney struggled to break free. Every second felt like an eternity as he fought for his life. Despite the excruciating pain, Rodney fought back with all his might. His survival instincts kicked in, and he knew he had to act fast. He gouged at the shark's eyes and gills, desperately trying to escape its deadly grip. His determination and quick thinking were his only weapons against the formidable predator, Gap 1S. Miraculously, Rodney managed to free himself and was pulled to safety by a nearby boat. The rescue was nothing short of a miracle. He sustained horrific injuries but survived and became a leading advocate for shark conservation. His experience transformed his life and mission. It's a story of sheer courage and an incredible will to survive. Rodney's tale is a testament to human resilience and the power of the human spirit. Which of these stories shocked you the most? From Hollywood stars to fearless explorers, these stories prove that when it comes to nature, no one is safe. Which attack was the scariest? Have you ever had a close encounter with a wild animal? Tell us in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more crazy true stories every week.